Good morning, welcome to iCare, iMove. And today is our Move More day really, and we're right in the middle of, we've finished the first course, we're going to start the next course on the 8th of June. We do have another programme called Totter, which will be on a Friday morning, and that's slightly different, less prescriptive, so we can add in some more moves. And
oh, this is
she
really
just
funny.
wants to talk. She's like, say this,
I just want
say
to
that.
and say hello. Okay, so the new Move More programme starts on the 7th of June. So that's when we kick off with the new round of Move More. And just pushing out there, if you've got a friend, a neighbour, a relative that you think is appropriate to join this programme, then absolutely send them our way and message us on 0800, call us, not message, 0800 0541 118. So the number is there below, but also you can just email, and that's info@icareandmove.com. So that's really important. So if you've got people out there, and it's free, it's a free service, the Move More programme, it's funded by Public Health England, and you know, it really helps with confidence in movement. It really helps with reductions of falls. So we're excited that this is our 3rd year of running this particular programme, and we got space for more, so come and join us at Move More.
Thanks, Helen. So today, as usual and as always, do what you can. If you're feeling well, then join in everything that you can. If you're feeling under the weather or some parts you can't quite manage, then make sure you're safe to do so. And we give you some alternative options, for instance, sitting in a chair, or you might want to just come back to a march. So to start with, we're going to hip walk forwards in your chair. I think most of you are sitting down. So we've got a team on Zoom who we're watching constantly, and we'll have another section of people watching online. So we're just hip walking, not just. I want you to make those movements really big. So your feet are wide to keep your lovely stable base of support, and you're coming backwards in the chair, and then you're moving forwards in the chair. So why do we do this? It's great for your hip strength. It's great for core strength, and it helps you to get off your chair safely rather than sliding. We don't want to see any sliding like that, okay? To come forwards in your chair, whatever kind of chair, and it's harder on a sofa or an armchair, for instance.
Come on, don't watch.
Big movement.
Watching you, Clifford. Move your bottom. Shuffle forward, shuffle backwards, Clifford.
And we should see your shoulders moving side to side. So it's a whole body movement now.
So it's like your pants are catching on fire.
That's it. Side to side. That's it, Jim. Good. Keep going.
Look at Jenny's movement. Jenny, you're looking good, darling.
That's it. So nice wide feet. Keep going. We're just going to keep going for a second or two. So you can see how big my movement is. My shoulders are coming side to side. We're going to stay at the front third of the chair, and you're going to pop your feet under a little bit, and we're going to come straight into bunny hops, I'm afraid. So just a little lean forwards. Put the weight through your heels. So it's a lean. We're not standing up properly. It's just a lean. So we're warming up really through the thighs. We won't be here too long because we've still got to warm up the rest of your joints and your muscles. So, are your feet behind you? Are they behind your knees? You'll never stand up if your feet are too far forwards. It's too difficult, okay? So just practice in that movement. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath, and hold it there. Come back to the front third of your chair. Now I'm going to stand up to continue the circulation boost. If you want to stay seated, I know some of you need to, stay in the chair. Otherwise, everybody else come up to standing. What do we do at the top? Pump your heels and take a walk around the back of your chair or to your support, whatever you're going to use today. It might be the wall or a sideboard or a chair. So we're going to start lifting those heels, boosting that circulation, getting the blood pumping to your heart, to your brain. And Beryl's already swinging her arms. So you can swing your arms now. So what do we say about our feet? So toes, heels, peeling those feet up off the floor. Okay, so you're really lifting the heels up, and then you're coming back onto a whole foot. Good. Okay, add in the arms if you haven't already. And if you're holding on, you can add one. You can swing one arm, and then you can swing the other. If you're sitting, Same, you can add this lovely arm movement here. So you can take the arms forwards and bring them back. That's always a good one for shoulder movement. And if you've got one side that's not quite as strong as the other, you can just help the other arm along with it, with the other one, if you know what I mean. Okay, take your feet nice and wide. Hands come down to the side and we lean to the side of the body. Soften through the knees and allow the other hand to rise up the side seam, so up your waist. So the elbow lifts. Keep your head in neutral, so try not to kind of let it drop too much. Good, keep going. So really stretching through the waist and the ribs. And you might feel that in the lower back as well. So it's a good movement. And it will also help you to pick things up off the floor if you're sitting. Okay, and then we come back to that march. A gentle march. That's it. So relax your shoulders for me. So start thinking about your posture, especially if you're in standing. Stand upright. Imagine that string pulling through the crown of your head. Lift through the chest and then pull the muscles in the belly in. Tuck the bottom under. If you're sitting, make sure you're away from the back of the chair and you're in that self-supporting spine. So you're away from the back of the chair and you're sitting, lifting with that chest upright again.
Am I seeing you moving, marching properly there, Chris? Lift those legs, Chris. And your, lovely smile too. Good, 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 good.
Okay.
The more, sorry, Pat, the more your arms move, the more your legs move. So less elbows, more arms. I want you to imagine you're just bopping somebody behind you with your elbows. There you go. There you go. That really gets the heart moving, heart pumping.
Okay,
beautiful.
Feet nice and wide. Into our little rotation. So bend through the knees and we're going to just turn. We're going to rotate through the waist, trying to keep the hips still. If you're sitting, you can just try and keep your knees nice and still and even, level. So what do I mean when we're sitting? Let me show you. Sorry, Nick. So feet and knees are wide and they stay still. And you might want to just slide your hands up and down your thighs, sending that elbow back behind you, and take your eye gaze with you. So really important. And again, you might feel this more in the ribs, but it's kind of rotating and we're moving through the spine in a different way to that side bend. Lovely. And then push away. Try pushing that hand away in front and pulling the elbow behind. That's it. Good. Lovely. Keep going. Keep going. That's it. In standing, remember to slide your hands along the chair. Good. Just getting some lovely big movements here. And back to your march. So bring those elbows behind you, as Helen said. It's a whole shoulder movement. So start to lift those hands up towards your ears.
Look at Jenny.
And then back to the hips. Wow.
Incredible, Jenny. What an improvement. Fantastic.
So less legs at the moment. Really focus on those arms.
Oh, look at them all. Well done.
They're good, aren't they?
They're like shaking their maracas.
They are. That'll be the next thing we send you in the post. A little set of maracas. Okay, coming to our feet. And you know this is one of our favourites. So, heel toe. What does that look like? Find a spot on the floor and then dig the heel in. Lift the leg, lift the knee, point the toe down and put that toe on the same place and then heel. So heel toe. That's it. Thank you, Owen. So really squeezing the toes up, really pushing that heel forwards, toe, heel, softening through that supporting leg. That's it, lovely. And then we're going to swap legs. So you can either move around your chair or your support or stay where you are. You can hold on, just press through for some support. Same in seated, you can still do these movements. So really thinking about that knee lift so we get the maximum movement through the ankle, through the front of the ankle and into the back of the Achilles before we make some bigger movements later So back to your lovely march. So we always come back to our march in our circulation boost, keeping the heart rate going, getting that blood flowing through the body. Fabulous. Okay, feet nice and wide. Last few warm movements to warm you up. That shoulder raise, so shrug those shoulders and gently lower them down. Push those hands down towards the floor. Now, lift and slowly, so it's a gentle movement, it's not a drop and a clunk of the shoulders. It's controlled. Push those hands right down, fingers to the floor, lift up and down. Now we're coming into that shoulder roll, so shoulders up to the ears. Send the hands behind you and down, lifting up. So again, a big circle through the shoulders, big range of movement. We're going to come into some load bearing through the shoulders and the wrists, so we need to get them warm. Come back and down and back and down. Excellent. Couple more times. Last one, and then back to your march.
So it's coming in.
Okay, back to your march. Good. And you might be a bit warm now. Hopefully you are. Hopefully your muscles still nice and warm.
I'm mucho scorcho.
And your joints are all nice and buttery. Okay, so coming into our endurance part of the program. So I'm going to move my chair just slightly to the side and we're going to come to a tap out. So tap to the side and slightly to the diagonal. It's same in seated. Absolutely the same. If you want to hold on behind the chair if you're sitting, that's fine. If you need to hold on to some support, that's fine. So just working through some bigger movements, opening up the hips to start with. So you can see that my toes are coming forward slightly but out. I'm working through the whole leg, hip. Okay, and then we're going to come into a single side step, but we're starting to lift those knees now. In seated, you're going to lift one leg and you can bring it back in and then come to the other leg. So you can see my first leg lifts and then my second leg lifts as high as the first one, like you're stepping over an object, and you're not allowed to kick it with that second leg.
You right, Jenny?
So feet come together, step wide, together, wide, together.
That's good, Cliff. Nice.
So keep it going. You're pretty strong now, and we've worked up to this movement, and you're capable of. You're capable of doing these movements now. You're probably 30 weeks in now, actually, if not more. So, a couple more. That's it. Oh, can we have a bit of music going, please? And then back to your march. So always back to that march and endurance to keep your heart rates up a little bit. So we're working you a little bit harder. Thank you. Good. Lovely. Okay, we're going to come into some little knee bends. So I'm holding my chair. You don't have to. We're going to bend the knees, send the hips back, and rise. Squeeze the bottom at the top. Bend the knees. Thank you. Bend. Now you don't have to come very low. That's it, Rob. In seated, back to those bunny hops. So same kind of movement. Squeeze at the top. Now, make sure your feet are hip width or wider. Okay? Try it. Try and turn the toes out a little bit. Sometimes our pelvises are different. So some people prefer toes out. Some people prefer toes forwards. I prefer toes out. And really focus on sticking the bottom back, pushing those knees forwards, and your eye gaze follows your movement, so you're not lifting your chin. Right, Mrs. wants to come in.
Stop.
No.
Stop. Right, look at your feet, just quickly, right? Heels. So when you sink into your heels, it protects your knees. Push your tush out, sink into your heels. Eye gaze forward.
She's so
That's
bossy.
it.
She's so bossy.
That's
isn't she?
it. Lift the chest. Drop the tail. You got it. That's it. Lovely. And the idea is that we just keep polishing. We're getting you going. You're really moving well, but we need to go a little deeper if you can. Lovely. That's perfect. Right, well done. You know what I'm like? Impressive. Look at their smiley
How
faces.
are they doing? Do you feel like you've been told off? She goes, stop, stop. Like all dramatic. How are your legs feeling? Rest it there, rest, but march. So back to your march. Well done, really well done. So that was quite a lot of knee bends, quite a lot of squats, but you've got to do these every day. You might not need to get on and off the toilet that many times, but you're going to need to do it. Okay. So we're going to do a similar movement, so loading these legs, so I'm sorry, but not sorry. We're going to take a wide step with a dip in the middle. So a wide step and that dip. In seated, what does that look like? It is that wide tap, so feet nice and wide tap and a lean. Wide tap and a lean. So you get that feeling. So it's a little bit of balance, but it's more strength as we take a wide step and dip in the center. So it is a knee bend in the middle. That's it. So keep it going. If you just want to do a wide step and a wide squat, then that's fine. If you don't want to add the step, but I encourage you to add that step. Really working those legs, but also your heart. So you should be a little bit puffed out now, and that's okay. If I was to say to you, how are you? You should be able to say, oh, I'm all right, or I'm a bit puffed out. You shouldn't be kind of gasping for air. If you're gasping, then please just march. Okay, and back to that heel pump. Heel pump. Lovely. Okay, we're going to come into fartlek today.
What?
We haven't done
What's it
fartlek.
called?
Fartlek. We haven't
What's
done.
that mean?
So fartlek is interval training. So it means we're going to do 3 rounds because we haven't done it for a while. 3 rounds of about 20-25 seconds. We're going to come into knee lifts. So it's a
Jenny,
move
you
that you
okay?
know. You can do it in seated or standing.
Are you all right, my love? Thumb up.
Good. And this is really important. This part is really important to listen to your body. And you know, we talk about 1 to 10, 0 to 10. 10 is you've just done a marathon, you can't do any more. 0 is you've just got out of bed, you've had 12 hours sleep and you're full of the joys of spring. Okay, we want you to be about a 6. So I'll time you and then we'll count you back down. And we'll check on you after every, what do we call it? Phase. Right, so we're going to go in 3, 2, 1 and go. So it's a big lift of those knees. Swing those arms if you're feeling okay. If you've got lots of energy, you're swinging those arms. If you haven't, just a knee lift. If you're sitting, lean back and lift those legs. It's just slightly nicer on your hips. And you're already nearly done the first round. You've got 3, 2, 1 and rest, but lift those heels. Take a breath, take a couple of breaths and more, and think how your energy levels are. So are you a 4, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? So we want you to be about a 6. If you're puffed out already, maybe take it down a little bit. If you're still full of the joys of spring, keep going. Maybe add bigger arms this time. Okay, so we're going for round 2. You know what to do. Okay, we're going in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So high knees.
Come on,
Pump
give it
those
welly.
arms. Pump
Up,
them
up, up.
right behind you, as we did in the warm-up. So we've prepped all your muscles and joints. Lifting those legs up in front of you.
Look at Beryl laughing and smiling. Oh yeah, we're watching. Look at Cliff.
They're amazing. So
God, he's proper going up
3,
the hill.
2, 1, and slow it down. Just lift the heels. Breathe. Take some big breaths in through the nose. Think about how you feel.
Eric, you all right, my love? Thumb up. Tidy.
Could you talk to me if you could speak? Can you go, yes, I'm fine, I'm good, or I've had enough?
They're working hard.
So, I was talking, so that was 30 seconds, okay, so you're doing well. So last round, it's up to you how much or how little you put into it. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. If you need to lower your pace, then do, okay? It's really important that you go with your body and you listen to it. Okay, are we ready to go? In 3, 2, 1, and off you go. So make this one last, make it work. That's it. My brother's watching on the telly, so he's like, yay, go. So, hi, Andrew. Swing those arms.
How cool's that?
I know. That's it. You look amazing. So lifting those knees up. You're nearly done. Only on endurance. You've still got balance and strength to go, obviously. Okay, 3, 2, 1. There, 32 seconds. So lift the heels. Take a long breath in and out. Keep those heels pumping. Even if you're sitting, lift those heels, really important. Then back to a single step. So really important that we bring those heart rates down in a regulated manner. So controlled. So we still keep moving. We don't want your blood pressure, your heart rate to stop or to slow down quickly. So that's why we ask you to pump your heels when we start the program, why we pump heels in between. Keeps your blood pressure up. Okay, keep going. Step, step, side to side. Okay, let's add a double one, shall we? So 1 and 2. We're not picking our knees up this time, we're just stepping side to side. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Lovely. Can you breathe? Can you feel your breath coming back to more a normal rate? It's good to get you feeling like you've worked out, okay? It's good to get your heart rates going so that you do feel puffed out. And it means that you can walk up those hills. Oh, I hate hills. Walking upstairs. If you don't walk upstairs, try it. Getting on and off the toilet. That's it. Nearly done. Okay, we're going back to a single step. Helen's dancing in the background. And we've got Zumba later. We're going back to Zumba. How cool is that?
God.
I'm a bit nervous. I'm a bit excited. Okay, take your feet wide and a little tap.
How are we
Tapping the
doing,
toes.
Sue? Are you all right, lovely girl?
That's it. Tap
Sue,
the toes.
give me a thumbs up. No, okay.
Tap the toes. And then keep
I'm
those
glad
feet
you're here.
wide. And just our lovely wide base sway. So you're breathing, your heart rate should be almost back to a more normal range. You should be able to have a conversation with yourself if you want, or your other half, your cat, your dog. Lifting those hands, you can lift one and then the other, or both. We know that some of you are able to do this, some of you might need some more support. Whatever is good for you, then go with that. It's not a competition. That's it. Coming right back to normal. Leave the arms just to sway. Dangle those hands, shake off your wrists. And then coming into some balance work. So have a drink if you need to. I'll let you gather your thoughts. That's it. And stay seated or stand. We are going to do a lot in standing. If you can stand, stand for some of it and then sit down. But if you can stand and do all of it, then come here then.
No, I'm doing it with you. You follow me.
Okay, so coming into balance. Okay, we're going to add a few new moves, maybe. So, I'm going to go the other arm. So hold on with your supporting hand if you need to. Have something by the side of you. And we're just going to lift and lower. So you can start small. What we're doing, we'll break it down. So I'm tapping my foot. Tap and tap, tap. And then if you want to, you can add arm. Now it can be right up above you, it can be forwards if you've got shoulder problems, or in front of you. Now what's happening with this supporting leg? We've bent the knee, so we've not got a locked out knee, okay. Then we're going to slow it right down, okay, so we're going to slow and lower. If you can. You can keep that foot on the floor and just have that knee bent, or you can actually lift off the floor. So lift. Now, you might feel that supporting leg, that hip, that knee starting to ache a little bit. That's okay. Okay, slight change. We're going to lift the arm, take the knee and the arm out, bring it back in. That's where Eric had to go. He's got an appointment. That's it. So back to lift and lower. So working one side of the body. Okay, and you can use this support. You can hover, or you can just touch with one finger if you need to. Sometimes just that one finger can help to make you feel really stable and steady. A bit like when you're tiddly. So out, in and down. We go up, out, in and down. How are you doing? Okay, we're going to wiggle those hips. Oh, shake them off. I can really feel it in my hip. So I'm sure you can all feel it somewhere. So adjust your support or move around the room. Other leg, so tap, tap.
She's got all the moves, our Annie.
Oh yeah.
Those hips move well, Annie.
So starting to add the arm wherever you need to, up or forwards or just down. Do whatever you need to do to make this achievable. It has to work for you. Two, last one. Okay, slowly. So up, lift and lower. So if you can, start to lift that foot, the toes off, but you don't have to. You could just come to a heel lift if you need to feel more steady. But remember, balance is improved by challenging that balance. Pull those muscles in the belly and think about your posture. Where's your eye gaze? I know you're probably looking at me, so keep looking forwards. So we're going to go up and out, up and out, and in and down. Lift, out, in and down. So up and out and in and down, slowly. And then we add on. Good. So gentle. Can make it more uncomfortable on your joints, but it's super controlled. That's it. And add on that speed. Out. So start to take your eye gaze with you. That's it, Rob, good. So lift, out, and you probably can't keep up with this music, it's fine. Do what you can. 4 more.
They look shattered.
2 more.
That's hard work, guys,
It is.
seriously.
And
it's a lot of
rest it
brain
out, wiggle those hips, so slightly different today. How are we doing? Lovely. So, that's it, Rob's still going. I'm going to hold my chair. I'm going to turn around. So, we're going to take one leg and let that leg support you. We're going to take that other leg back. So we have practiced this. It's a little touch back and bend that front leg. So bend the knee, and then we're going to add in the arm, if you can. So just a forwards. In seated, yeah, you might want to just lift that leg and lift the arm. So a little flow. That's it. Flow. So try not to keep that leg locked. Really important. And we're going to go out and down. Lift, out and down. Good. Nearly done. Okay, let's swap sides. Take your time. Take your time. We're going to change sides.
Beryl's feeling this.
Yeah, so am I.
I can tell.
Right into the hip. Okay, so take that weight onto the front leg. Take the other leg back. So start to tap back and in. Tap back and in and back. And then if you can, we're going to add the arm. So just float in the arm.
Rosemary, you all right, chicken?
And if you need
Yep,
to,
good.
you can stand. You can take your weight onto the hip centre here if you need a rest.
This is a really good one for strengthening the pelvis, guys. You're doing really well.
That's it. Good. Lovely. That's it. Keep it going. Oh, lovely. Oh, Peter and Judy are synchronised. It's lovely to watch.
Add in that arm.
Okay, we're going to add in that out. Up, out, and the foot comes in. Up, out and in. You might need to make the arm a
It's
little
like
bit
brain gym, isn't it,
smaller.
Beryl?
Up,
Like, oh, which leg,
out.
which arm? Don't overthink it.
same arm, same leg.
Now, you should feel a burning sensation in your hip. That's called exercise. Searing hot needles in your
Oh,
booty.
yeah.
It will pass. But you know what? You'll be left with a stronger, more stable hip joint.
Last one. March it out.
Woo.
Well done. I'm sure you're shattered,
That was excellent. Well done, team.
but come and sit
Beryl's
down.
like, ooh.
So have a sit down, because we're not done yet. Yeah, grab a drink. Grab a drink, get ready for the next lot. A drink of water, preferably. I was going to do lunges, but let's do tins instead. Okay, so grab your tins, grab your bands, whatever you've got. And we're going to do some arm work, some shoulder work. So that's it, Rob. Grab your band, pop it, just hold on to it both sides. So we're going to just start by taking your palms upwards, so holding the tin up, well, side on, elbows into the sides, and just lift one arm, drop it down, and then the other. Now you might go, yeah, this is easy. So is lifting a feather until you do it 100 times. So it's about dosage, it's about adding on how many times we do it. Okay, let's add both arms. Rob, you might need to pop the band underneath your knees. So both hands come up.
Rob, what you need is some resistance there. That's it, he's got it.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Elbows stay in. Lift your chest and tuck the belly in. Relax your shoulders.
Can I jump in?
Yeah.
Listen, palm up, palm up, palm up.
Here.
So when you do this, it's really important that your palm is up, okay? Because in a minute, she's going to change where your palms are. So right now, when you're here, it is your bicep that is working. In a minute, as she starts to change your arm, we're working around the elbow joint and the upper arm, okay? So it's important that a subtlety, hand placement will have a huge impact on which muscle is being trained in your arm and shoulder, okay?
So
Yeah.
alternate arms. So one up, one down, one up, one down. That's it. Good. Squeeze those tins if you want to. Add in on some grip strength. So
Ooh.
we like grip strength. As you get older, how harder is it? It's much harder, isn't it, to open those tins? So squeezing.
More importantly, bottles of Prosecco.
Bottles of Prosecco,
Got a
bottles
bit of a
of
nightmare
wine.
trying to get the cork out of one of those the other day.
That's it. So we're going a little bit faster. Okay, and hold it there. Okay, we're going to flip. So palms down.
Now
One at
this
a
one's
time.
the killer. Warning you
Lift.
now.
And down. Lift and down. So trying to keep the wrist straight. So you've not flexed your wrist. It's not kind of
You right there, Rob?
here or here. Straight, strong.
Anita's really
So
concentrating there.
lift and lower. Lift and then we
Good,
go
Jim. Good.
alternate. So one up, one down.
So the difference here, you're starting to work more around the forearm, okay? So your forearm needs strength too.
Okay, both now. Up and down. Get it ready, and then we're going to go faster. So up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, alternate. Elbows stay still. Elbows are still tucked into your sides. It's not a whole arm movement, because we're going to do that in a minute. Keep those elbows
Marvellous.
down and
She's
in.
doing really well.
That's it, Annie.
This is what I look like when I swim in the sea, by the way.
She does. Okay, change. Roll those tins out towards your knees. Lift. And then the other. So just to shoulder height or thereabouts.
So it's harder, isn't it? So that's a longer lever. So instead of working at your elbow, you're now working at your shoulder joint. It's a longer lever, which means there's more muscles being recruited to perform this exercise. There's more blood flow being used. You may feel breathless.
Okay, let's go
Wiggle your
faster.
toes, please.
So nice long arms. The elbows are nearly straight, not quite. How are your arms feeling? How are your shoulders? Okay, hold it there. Bring those tins together in front of you. Now just watch to start with. We lift the elbows and the tins come to shoulder height. So my elbows stay bent. They come together and lift. Squeeze those shoulders. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. Keep breathing. So it's a lift. I'll show you from the side. I can only do one though. So lift and in. So it's like a C shape. Squeeze when you come in. Squeeze those tins.
Jim, you all right, lovely
Lift.
boy? Good.
That's it.
Got it.
Lift and squeeze. Lift and squeeze. Lift. Okay, so you know that movement we've been practicing that we get modelled up back to front. We're going to do that. So we go hip, shoulders, up, shoulders, hip. You can keep wiggling your toes if you can.
Heads and shoulders,
Yeah.
knees and toes, knees and toes. Is
Up.
that what we're trying to do?
Kind of, yeah, but not toes.
No. Wiggle toes.
But we did a different move and it was an out, and then I tried to do it back to front and we got confused. Or I did.
Bit of brain, Jim.
Yeah. So again, this might
Come
make
on,
you a little
Chris,
bit
nice
puffed
and
out.
high. Use your breath. Think about that power in your centre to get those arms up.
That's it.
There you go. Now we're talking.
So you might get a bit puffed out. Arms above the heart will sometimes, or mostly, make you puffed out. Okay, how about hands to shoulders, one at a time. So lift and lift, lift and lift. Push, push, push. That's it, Rob. Good work.
Which is why I'm dancing.
Push and push and push and push. 4
There's
and
real
3
superheroes there.
and
Look at you
2
lot.
and
Look at
1.
Sue giving that
Okay,
welly.
Let's roll those
Woo,
arms.
woo.
Relaxing those shoulders a little bit, bringing the heart rates down. So even though it's strength, we're still working the hearts. Okay, reverse. How are your shoulders? Can you feel them? Yes. Good. Lovely. Okay, so pop those tins on your thighs, roll them to your knees, extend those arms, allow the fingers to drop right the way down. Roll them back and forwards. Lovely. Bring them back. So from the side, it's here, and I'm stretching through my wrists. Bring them back, forwards and stretch. Lovely. Okay, actually, while I'm on the side, my favourite, triceps.
Bingo wings.
So one at a time. So bring that out. So slide the tin to your hip. Lift that elbow behind you, and it's tucked right back, okay? It's not stuck out there, it's tucked right back. And from here, we're just going to straighten that arm and bring the tin back to the hip. So we're taking it away. That's it, Rob. Take it behind you. Or you can stand on the band and just take the band from the hip to an extended arm. Okay, we're going to hold it out and pulse, pulse, pulse. Try and do it to the music, you can't really. Dee, 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 dee. Hold it back, relax that shoulder, tiny little pulses of that arm, and bring it back to the hip and change sides. So set yourselves up, hand to the hip, elbow tucked in and back, so it's like a big squeeze of the shoulder blade. And then we start to straighten off that arm and then bring it back to the hip. So the only movement is that the bottom part of your arm, the forearm, from the elbow down. That's it, relax that shoulder. There you go. So working these bingo wings, or what would be if you had them. Triceps, really great muscles to use to push you back in the bed or push you back in the chair. That's it. So we're going to hold it out, out and out. So little pulse. Keep that elbow back, tuck that elbow in. So it's almost kind of behind you. Lovely. Feet are nice and wide. We've got 4, 3, 2 and 1, and roll those shoulders. Just roll them out, rolling them backwards. And then we're going to go to our lovely Tai Chi.
I think she's saying, come on. Yeah, I'll mirror you.
Lovely. Okay, so you can stand or sit. If you're sitting, make sure you've got lovely wide feet. So taking it down a notch. So Tai Chi is balance, it's coordination. Can we just slow the music, please? Oh yeah, or leave it. Yeah, leave it, it's fine.
Use this, keep this,
Yeah,
Owen.
keep this.
Owen, can you just mark the time? Okay.
Okay, so we're going to roll the shoulders. So bend the knees, roll the shoulders, bring the elbows in, send the hands back.
Can you record this?
So soft, gentle movements. Okay, high V. Keep breathing. Reach and low V. So you know that we hinge slightly from the hips here. Send the shoulders back. High V. And a low V. Keep breathing. Okay, one arm. Up and reach. Opposite. Change. We've got 2 more now. Okay, float those arms. Bend your knees. Enjoy it. So floating as high as you can, or comfortably. Open the chest, bend the knees. Okay, hold it here. Take the feet wide. So we turn the toes out and just rest gently. Reach to the front leg, push that hand and then send the hand back and lift that hand over your head. Go back to the center, reach again and lift. Come back to our float. So breathe, enjoy it. Okay, into that high V, reach, push those fingers out to the corners of the room. Low V, push back. Squeeze those shoulder blades, high V, push out, squeeze the thighs together. And low V, hinge, ready to float those hands and float, float, float. Lovely. Find relaxation in that rhythm. Okay, to the other side. Turn the toes out. Bend that knee. Reach. And reach forwards. Turn the palm up. Take the hand over. Eye gaze up to that hand if you can. Reach. And again. So. 2 more. Lift that chest, open the chest, and reach overhead. Come back to the center, and reach one more time. Lean, and lift. Hands come down, back to center. Wide feet, lift. Breathe away. Come down, lift. Breathe, lift, and breathe, and lift, and breathe into our chi ball. Now take that chi ball to the side, swap hands, so one hand is on top, one hand is below.
Jim, are you okay?
Lovely, transferring weight from one foot to the other, leading with that elbow. Breathe in, push away and down, breathe in, push away, lift in and into our lovely wave. Breathe in, push away and wave back. Push, wave back, breathe, push and wave. Last one, and you're done. Just roll those shoulders, stay there, take the shoulders back and down, breathe in through the chest, into the belly, let that breath go. And again, a couple more times. And down. Last one. come into a seated position onto your chair, your sofa, the floor, your bed, wherever you like. Sit down carefully. Take your feet nice and wide, as always. And relax. So find a comfortable position. Can we just lower the music a little bit, Owen, please? Relax in your chairs. Don't worry about your posture. Relax the shoulders. Relax the toes. Settle and close your eyes if you can. If you don't like to close your eyes, then just look down your nose at a point on the floor. And just breathe. Breathe deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. And deeply in through the nose, a long, slow in breath, followed by a longer out breath. So on that in breath, feel that breath deep down into the belly. And you keep going. It's so easy to just shallow breathe when we're rushing about, or we're stressed, or our minds are so active. Just taking some time to slow that breath down can really help you to recover and find some more energy for the rest of the day. So we're going to breathe in for 4. So breathe in and hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 3, 2, 1, and breathe in. 3, 2, and 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1, and breathe out for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 2, 1, and breathe normally. And it can be quite a challenge to hold your breath for 4 seconds. It's only 4 seconds, but it can take some work. So keep breathing. Breathe deeply. In and out. On every out breath now, I want you to start to focus on relaxing the different parts of your body. So we breathe in, and on the breath out we relax our toes. On both feet, separate the toes and just let them go. On the next breath out, we relax through the calves, the shins and the kneecaps, maybe behind the knees. Just letting it go, maybe feeling heavy, and taking a deep breath in. Relaxing the thighs, the backs of the thighs, and around the hip joints. And moving if you need to make yourself a bit more comfortable. Taking a deep breath in, relaxing the muscles in the bottom and around the belly, the lower back. And on the next breath in, as you let it go, relaxing around the chest, the shoulder blades, wrapping around the body, around the waist. And on the next breath in, taking a breath out, relaxing over the tops of the shoulders, the arms, the forearms, the wrists and the fingers. Taking a long breath in, relaxing the muscles around the neck, the jaw, relaxing the teeth. Breathing in, on the breath out, relaxing the cheekbones, the eyelids, the brows and the forehead, around the temples and the scalp, just resting. The whole body is relaxed. Then you come to a more normal breathing pattern. So your breath is regular, your body is relaxed, ready for the rest of the day. So just bringing some energy to your thoughts, keeping your body relaxed, feeling joy in the relaxation, feeling happiness for the day ahead, feeling positivity for the exercise you've just done, that self-care. Your health and wellness is your priority. And what a great way to start the week. And we just start to slowly move our fingers, move our toes. Maybe starting to lift the heels and rolling through the wrists one way and then the other. Starting to move one shoulder and then the other. Have a stretch if you need to. A yawn. Opening your eyes. Doing what you need to do to come up to a seated position. Taking some long breaths in, bringing some energy to your body. A big sigh out. And one more, a big breath in. And a big sigh out. And giving yourself a big round of applause for a really well done session. Lots of energy. And thank you for joining us on this lovely Monday morning. We'll see you again on Friday for our Totter session for more movements and fun. And take it easy, drink lots of water. And get in touch if you need to speak to us or if you want to refer anybody else to our programme. So take